Hello my beautiful hammerheads and welcome to Warhammer Plus Reviews Angels of Death Origin. What a ride! So it's been a while since I've done my last Warhammer Plus review, so excuse me if I do some things disjointed and ramble on or something like that. But so this episode is basically a continuation of the Blood Angel storyline, but it's a prequel. There are no Blood Angels in it. The only character we know of is Shipmistress Livia Salkin, voiced by Emma Gregory. And so the ship was attacked by Drukhari raiders. They're dead in the void, they can't move, they're basically weaponless, and the majority of the crew is dead. On deck there are only 3 survivors, including Livia, and we get to meet 4 guys of the gun crew, which are very hilarious. I love the chemistry between those 4.
Aye, it would seem she is.
Crazy bit. Mind your tongue, Slev, or I'll put this welding lass to better use and shut you up permanently.
So this is a one-off episode. The whole story is in this one episode. It's a 26-minute long episode, and I really enjoyed it. At first I was like, and I still am with, oh, it's Blood Angels again. We have this amazing name, Angels of Death, which I'm not the only one who thinks this. Every Space Marine chapter is basically Angels of Death. This could have been Dark Angels, this could have been Raven Guard. However, I still really enjoyed this episode. It looked a little bit nicer, the detail, the quality, the texture was better than in the original series, which I just rewatched last Sunday while building miniatures. And as there are no one with helmets, they all had, well, a face, which they had to animate.
We will die if we stay here.
The chain of command is clear.
And this is such a monumental task. And you can see that, because there are some points in which the facial animation, again, is a little bit off, especially when Livia has to communicate with the machine spirit of the Sword of Baal, the Space Marine strike cruiser, and she's drenched in blood, and her face is like in one of those cheap jump scare games, which is really sad because the scene is so amazing. I loved every single second of it, and just the facial animation in this scene, in these 2 seconds of time, this was a little bit, this took me out of it. However, as I've said, the majority of the animation for the faces is very good. For the time frame in which this is done, I'm very happy with it. Especially when we have the direct comparison of, oh yeah, we had only 3 characters. Oh no, we had 5 characters with facial animation in the original Angels of Death series. And I don't count the Gene Stealer guards because they were throwaway characters. I really mean Kazarion, Ancaeus, Captain Orfeo, and the 2 Gene Stealer characters. And yeah, this was so much better. There was no stuttering, the animation was good, the crumbling in the background was a little bit off. I can't find a better word, I'm sorry.
Leave him! Move!
However, it really fit into the aesthetic. Again, it's black and white, we already know this, and just the red is visible. If you're red colorblind, I'm sorry. One of the things which was so amazing is how they used the camera. The transitions are awesome, especially in one scene. I was really in it, so whoa, that was great. Of course, I have seen better transitions. However, for me I did not expect this, so it was very, very good in my book. The cameras, the positioning of the camera is very good as well. It is not exceptional, however, sometimes it just took me by surprise that things are in front of other things. I don't want to spoil it. And you have this duplicity of visuals. Let me call it this way. So you think it's one way, then the camera pans a little bit around, and then you see, but that is the real thing. So this was great. I do enjoy this part. Then, of course, as I've said, we have far more characters in here with faces. And we don't have only our 7 human survivors, we also have the Drukhari. Oh, nice. Oh, my sexy boy. So those were enjoyable as well, especially as the main Drukhari is, maybe he's voiced by Matthew Hunt or Philip Sacramento. I can't really say. I have to re-listen to it again, but I don't have the time right now, I'm sorry. So the voice acting, there is nothing to say for it. Amazing, because we know the Black Library voice actors are also very good voice actors. There's nothing to say against them. They are superb, especially, of course, Emma Gregory. At one point in which Livia is hurt, and she's just like, Of course, I'm exaggerating here right now with the Peter Griffin meme when he falls down, and this was one of the other scenes in which I thought, okay, the facial animation needs a little bit of work here. So with excellent direction, with very good animation, with some minor downfalls here and there, but there are just 2 or 3 of them. Excellent and amazingly written and narrated voice lines. Humorous, also very important for me, and a little bit of horror, which is needed. Well, so for me it's needed because we are in the grim dark future of the 41st millennium. We need horror. And the horror in this point is, as soon as Livia jacks herself in like the Matrix and communicates with the machine spirit, the Sword of Baal, this was just the best. With the machine spirit in the background, you don't see it really, but you know it's there. And excellent. Just excellent. I love this shot. So, but the important questions right now. First, do you need to know the character Livia Salkin? So do you need to see episode 1 to 10 to understand what is happening here? Luckily, no. It's basically completely a standalone episode. You can watch this and enjoy it by itself. And for me, very important, I can show it to friends, I can show it to someone and don't have to explain much. With the original season 1, there are many things to explain, so this is nothing we can just put on with some friend who has no idea about the 41st millennium. In this, the friend just has to know there is a ship. You can communicate with the machine spirit, who's basically a sentient AI. They've been attacked by aliens. That's it. Everything else is basically in itself explained. I love this. So this is enjoyable for newcomers and for veterans of the hobby. My hopes for the future of the Angels of Death series is Season 2, a different chapter. Then we can do it like with this episode, a prequel or a sequel episode. Season 3, another different chapter. And then again, a single episode as a little bonus. Again, a sequel or a prequel. And so on. This would be great. However, I don't think that this will be a thing. Because it's not a spoiler anymore. Season 1 ended a while back. At the end of Season 1, with Archmagus Dominus Theta 9, she has the key to a Blackstone fortress. The thing is, we can now follow Kazarian and new Blood Angels in the Sword of Baal as soon as they venture to the Blackstone fortress, or we get Deathwatch, because Kazarian was a member of the Deathwatch, so we can bring more chapters in it. We have a full squad of Angels of Death, and then we have the whole point of, okay, we have here my boy, the Ultramarine. What's his backstory? An episode for that. We have my other boy, the Imperial Fist. What's his backstory? One episode. And so on. And so we have, if Season 2 is again 10 episodes, Episode 1, get the team together. Episode 2 to 9, the backstory of every character. Episode 10, venture into the Blackstone Fortress. And Season 3, let's get shit done. Let's make this not really a horror action series for Season 3, but inside a Blackstone Fortress. It's creepy, it's dangerous. Old things are around. There might be harlequins, there might be gene stealers, there might be forgotten archaeotech. There are so many things we can do with this. And after Season 3, we can diverge again into season of the Ultramarine, season of the Imperial Fist, season of the Dark Angel, season of the White Scar, and so on and so on. Of course, this is so much to ask for. However, we have so many chapters, and we could use Angels of Death for our 9 main chapters, and the Astartes episodes for second founding chapters, or down the line other chapters. Emperor Spears, Wolf Lords, or someone else, I don't know. And I don't want to open a can of worms here. Episode 2 of Astartes is coming. Don't freak out, it takes a while. Everybody seems to forget how long it took to make these 15 minutes of footage for Astartes. It will take time. Just sit down, paint some minis, smooth your blends, shade your recesses, and wait. So yeah, I kinda digressed there, I'm sorry. However, my ultimate rating for this episode, even though it had shortcomings, it is better than the first 10 episodes of Angels of Death. I totally forgot what I gave the series back then. I wanted to give this episode a 9 out of 10 loyal legions. So for newcomers and veterans of the hobby, I give this episode an 8 out of 10 main characters in this episode. Well, it's still more than surviving loyalist Primarchs. Sadly, this joke wasn't possible because it's not a 7, it's an 8 for this episode. Also, there was a very funny scene. It wasn't funny in intentional. I just thought it was funny.
I am taking command of the ship.
So what are your thoughts about this episode and the future of Angels of Death? Do you have your own theories? Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I am keen to know what you have to say. And while you're down there, do all the YouTube stuff because hitting buttons is fun. Have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic. Stay hydrated. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!